Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss one more interview question. So I will be solving this question both in PySpark and SQL. So make sure you practice this question both in PySpark and SQL. If you are been following my playlist already, you might have seen it has more than 45 questions in PySpark and a lot of questions in SQL as well. So just don't watch the videos. Make sure you go ahead and practice it by your own. And I have seen you guys, you are not subscribing to the channel or you are not putting any comment. I will highly recommend or request you guys to subscribe to the channel because there are so many questions that I have uploaded and it will really help you in cracking the interviews. And if you want me to cover any specific question related to PySpark and SQL, please put down in the comment section. I'll try to make that video in the next video session as well. And if you need any specific topic, please put that in the comment. I will try my best to create those videos. And today's video is being asked in one major company, which is Meta. This question is categorized as an easy level question, but why this question is being asked is because there are a lot of basic concept and candidate go ahead and make a lot of mistake in it, though it's an easy level question, right? But let's go ahead and solve this question also. If you want a lot of PySpark and SQL question along with data modeling concepts, ADF and Databricks, I have created a complete data engineering interview kit for you. You can go ahead and get that from the top mate. I will pin that top mate link in the description so that it will help you in your preparation strategy for your data engineering interviews. So without any delay, let's get started with today's interview question, which is being asked in Meta. So let's read out this particular question very carefully. It says, return the total number of posts for each month aggregated across all years and output the month number and the total number of posts in that month. If you read this question very carefully, it says you have to calculate the total number of posts for each month, aggregated across all years. So usually what happens is you have a lot of years and you have, for each year you have specific months. Now in this question, it does not want to aggregate months. For each month, you have to aggregate all the years in order to calculate the number of posts. And I have to output the month number and the total number of posts in that particular month. So let's see what is our data set. So our data set is something like this. We have some post ID, the poster name, what is the poster text, what is my post keywords, and what is my post date. For example, I am creating content in Instagram or YouTube. I want to categorize it in the post with the help of some post keywords. For example, I create videos on Spark, Python, SQL, AWS, Azure. So I've given these keywords and what is the post date. So I want to see for each month how many posts is there across every year. So for example, in the month of January, if you will see, there are total 3 posts, right? One is for Spark, second is for Python, and the third is for GCP. But it has different years. But I want to calculate for each month across all the years. Now for February, I could see we have post C and post D. And similarly for March, I see the post AWS and post Azure. So I want to calculate that. Now the important thing here to note is I have this particular date in a string format. So this is my data set with this. I can only do df.show to do some kind of calculation. I will be going ahead and converting this string data type to a date data type. Do you know how to create a string data type to a date data type? If no, watch the previous video. I will pin that in the I button. how to actually convert it, right? So with the help of toDate, we are doing it for now. There are multiple ways how you can do it. Now, this is not what an interviewer will give you. You will get just the data set with the data and column. So you will need to go ahead and convert this data type into a string data type into a date data type. Okay, so this, now you see I have my post ID as long, poster long, post text string, post keyword string, and my post date as a date data type. Now, this is how my data set looks like. Now, I need to go ahead and calculate for each month. So for that, I will go ahead and let's import some functions from PySpark.sql.functions. How do you import it? Using the from clause with that particular module and import whatever functions you need, right? If you don't know what is a module or function, you can just go ahead and look up into the syntax and also the documentation of Python or PySpark. Now, in this, I have my data frame df. So I will create another data frame called df1. In that df1, I will do a df. I need to do what? You always have to understand the question and divide the question in separate ways. In the question itself, you get the answer. So according to that question, you have to go ahead and solve that particular question using the hints that's given in the question. Okay, so now the df is there. I want to group my data frame by my post date so that I can group it. But how I want to group it? I want to group it by month, because for each month I need to go ahead and calculate the post date. Now, so I will be grouping it by month and I will be counting the post ID with this. If you will see, I just wrote df dot and it just gave me some query, right? It could be right, could be wrong. So let's see, right? Rather than just typing and wasting here some minutes of time. So I'll just go ahead and write it here. So I'll just put a tab and it just goes ahead and write whatever is being given you as a prompt, that you can reuse it. That's the advantage of AI, right? So now people are afraid, why AI is there, why I want to learn these things. You really need to learn it so that if there's some mistake given by AI, you can actually correct it, right? Now, so this is my df. Now let me do a df1.show. See, it's trying to give me continuously. I really don't need it, right? So I'll just remove it. This particular thing, it has given me duplicate things. Now, what I'm doing is I'm grouping it by my post date. And how I want to group it? I want to extract the month. For January, I want to group it. For February, I want to group it. So what I'm doing is I'm extracting the month from the post date and I'm just going ahead and giving it a name, an alias. Otherwise, what it will give you, the result is like month of post date. I don't want that. I want to give it a proper name. That proper name is month post. Now, I want to aggregate it. How I want to aggregate it? I can aggregate it with the post ID after grouping it by post date, right? And for aggregation of count of post ID, again, I want to alias it. I want to rename that particular column. I don't want it like count of post ID. I can do a count alias of post count, right? And I want to order it by month of post. Now let me do a df1.show. It will give you the result. So here for month ID 1, how many posts are there? 3. So we calculated in the beginning of this video, if you remember, there are total 3 months, right? January, February and March. And for January, how many posts are there? So I've highlighted January. You see post A is there, post B is there, and post G is there. So count is 3. Similarly, for February, count is 2. For March, count is 2. So that's what I could see here in my result data set. Now, if in case you want maybe group it by year, you can do it, but that's where the candidate makes a mistake. I don't want to group it by year. I want all the years, but group it by month. Okay, I hope you have understood this question. It's an easy level question itself, but as I mentioned, candidates make mistake because they don't read the question very carefully. Therefore, you have to read the question maybe 1 or 2 times at least before solving that question, so that you make sure you understand the question before solving. And if in case you don't understand the question, you are always feel free to ask the question to the interviewer. Ask them what is the expected output, why the output is like this, do you want it the output like this or this, right? Give them the scenarios and they will help you in giving the right solution, and then you can start solving the question. Always make sure interviews should be interactive. It should not be a one-way communication. Okay, so this is our question. So in the next video, we will be solving this question in SQL, because there are two different ways in which I will be showing you how to solve this question in SQL. So make sure you watch that video as well. And if you have not watched the complete playlist, do watch it out. Make sure you practice each and every question in the playlist. So stay tuned for the next video. Till the next video, keep learning and keep growing.
Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.